Welcome to Africa Unveiled. Ayinla, the legendary tale. The legend of Moremi and her son. Moremi was the wife of one of the ancient heroes of Ile-Ife, probably Oromiyan. She was a woman of great beauty and virtue, and had an only son named Ella, or Olurogbo. It happened that the city of Ife was at one time in a state of frequently commotion and unrest, owing to the repeated raids of a tribe of people called the Igbos. This continues for a series of years. The Ife attributed this affliction and distress to the displeasure of their gods, because those that attacked them from the Igbo territory appeared not to be humans, but gods or demigods, and consequently the Ife felt they could not withstand them, and so these raiders used to make away with easy plunder, including their valuables, with their women and children. For these they frustrated and called upon their gods for help, but received no response. Now, Moremi, fired with the zeal and patriotism, was determined to do what she could to free her nation from this calamity. She was resolved to find out what these Igbos really were and how to fight them. To this end, she repaired to a stream called Esimiri, and there made a vow to the deity thereof, that if she was unable to carry out her plans and they proved successful, she would offer to the gods the most costly sacrifice she could. Her plan was to expose herself to the raiders and get caught and be taken to their country where she could best learn their secrets. But she said, "If I perish, I perish." At the time of the next raid she undertook to carry out her plans, she was caught by the Igbos and taken to their country. And being a woman of great beauty, she was given up amongst others and was made a wife to their kings. Her beauty and virtue soon won a place in the country and the confidence of the people. She became familiar with all their customs and learned all their secrets. Then she also learned that those who were such objects of terror to our people were mere men who covered themselves from head to foot with acorn grass and bamboo fibers, making them appear extra human, and a nickname Eluyere. She extracted from her husband also the secret of attacking them successfully. If you people know how to make a torch, the king speaks, and have the courage to rush among them with lighted torches, they cannot stand that. Moremi, feeling she was now conversant with everything amongst the Igbo, having disarmed any suspicions they may have entertained of her as a captive, suddenly escaped one day to her native land and by making use of the secret she had learned by the next raider of the Igbos, the Ife were fully prepared. They fought the Igbos raiders and were victorious. Moremi was able to accomplish her sojourn mission at last. She freed her nation forever from the raids of the men once their terror. It's now left for her to fulfill her vow. She repaired to the stream with her offering of lambs, rams, and goats for sacrifice. But the gods would not accept any of this. She then offered a bullock with the god, which the god also refused to accept. Then she prayed to the priest to divine for her what would be accepted by the gods. This was done, and the gods demanded for her only son. She then gave up her only son in sacrifice to the gods in the fulfillment of her vows. The Ife nation bewailed her loss and promised to be her sons and daughters for the loss she had sustained for the salvation of her nation. Olurugu, however, when supposed to be killed, was but half dead. He afterward revived and rose again, and made a rope with which he climbed up into heaven. And all the Ifes to these days have a full hope that he will come again to this world and reap the full reward of his good deed. It sounds familiar, right? We may discern in this legend a confused idea of the story of Jephthah and that of the Blessed Virgin and her son in the Bible. This is a fascinating Yoruba legend, rich with theme of bravery, sacrifice, and cultural identity. The tale of Moremi and her son Ella Olurogbo showcased the heroism and determination of a woman who was willing to risk everything for the liberation of her people. The moral of the story: success requires giving it all. If I perish, I perish. To every victory, there is a greater sacrifice. Set a goal, draw a plan, be brave, strategize before taking action. God that has given us hand to walk, mind to think, will defeat his own purpose if he permits us to obtain through prayer what we can obtain through intelligence and hard work. Fear is not real. Overcome your fears today and make that great sacrifice to be free. Remember, be positive in your thinking. See you on my next video. Kindly subscribe on the notification button for more tales. Thank you.